Hello everybody. Today we'll see paper number 11, Julius Caesar, Act 1, Scene 1. In the beginning of this play, we see two Roman, Flavius and Marullus, walking on the roads of Rome, and they saw people are parading. They're not working. So they inquired, and there one cobbler informed him the people are celebrating the victory of Julius Caesar. By hearing this news, Flavius and Marullus, they were shocked. They explained the common people that Caesar actually has not killed an enemy, but he has killed the sons of Pompey. Actually, Pompey previously ruled Rome along with Caesar until their alliance fell apart. So previously Caesar and Pompey were ruling together. Now Caesar killed Pompey's son, and now he is the only one to be the king of Rome. So people thought Caesar killed some enemy, but actually Pompey were not their enemy. Their friends, their alliance. So by Flavius' speech, common people were ashamed that they were celebrating Caesar's victory, which was not actually a real victory because Pompey's were not enemies. Now these two people, Flavius and Marullus, started removing decorations made in the city, and they remove all the crowns placed on the statues of Caesar. So in this way, Flavius and Marullus stopped people, informed them that Caesar actually has killed the sons of Pompey, who were not enemies at all, who were once upon a time alliance, friends. So it's the first act, so small act. Let's go for first scene. Actually was a small scene. Second scene, Act 1, Scene 2. In Act 1, Scene 2, we could see Caesar returns to Rome very happy, and he is followed by Antony and Brutus. There, Caesar tells Antony to strike his wife. You know why? We have seen the characters. His wife. His wife is a very good lady, and she wanted to stop Caesar. She felt some ill omen. She felt something wrong is going to happen to her husband. But Caesar was not believing this. Caesar was against such type of thinking. He was not listening to his wife. He did not listen that something is going to happen. He just thought that she's just stopping him. So there, Caesar tells Antony to strike his wife because she tells such things to him. And when he says that she is a mad lady because she saw a dream. In that dream, Caesar's statue was bleeding. So Caesar is not knowing anything now. He is unaware of the plot which was already prepared by, planned by Cassius and Brutus. Actually, his wife was right. The dream was correct. But Caesar, as he is now going to become a king, he did not hear to such things. And there comes a soothsayer, we can say well-wisher, and he approaches Caesar and says the same thing. He says that some ill omen, something is going to happen, be careful, be careful. But Caesar ignores that soothsayer also. Now, the stage is occupied by Brutus and Cassius tells Brutus that Brutus is looking more serious now. So Cassius is the root cause of all the things. Cassius provokes the seed of enmity in Brutus, and he says, why are you looking so sad? What's wrong? You're looking so serious. So Cassius is asking Brutus the reason of him being serious. And for that, Brutus replied that I am in my mind having my own battle. Actually, I am fighting with myself. What fight he's fighting with himself? He's fighting that whether to be with king as a loyal companion or to join Cassius. And now that time they could hear some people shouting, cheering off stage. And there Cassius was a little bit afraid. They both comes out and he said that maybe people are going to crown him as king, crown Caesar as king. And that's why they are shouting and cheering. There Cassius tells a small story to Brutus that long back how he saved Caesar from drowning. Now here Cassius provokes Brutus. He says that Brutus' ancestors, they were the one who founded Roman Republic and expelled the former kings. So Cassius says Brutus that Brutus, you deserve to be the king, not Caesar, because your ancestors were the one who founded Roman Republic. So come on, take a charge. And there Brutus is in dilemma whether to join Cassius or be with the king. Now on stage we see one more character, Casca. Casca is a common man who opposed Caesar. So Cassius is hunting because he is finding the people, choosing the people who are against Caesar, so that he can make his own army against Caesar. So he provoked Brutus. He takes Casca in his team, and Casca informs Cassius and Brutus that Antony offered the crown 3 times to Caesar, but Caesar did not accept that. Rather, Caesar got an epileptic attack. He fell down. He was not feeling well, and when he got up, he begged forgiveness because of his ill health. And by this act of Caesar not accepting the crown offered by Antony, people were more overwhelmed, and people worshipped Caesar more than before. Then Flavius and Marullus are afraid because they had done a very serious job. They had taken out the decorations, pulled off decorations from the Caesar statue. So they are afraid that Caesar might do or take action against them. Now Cassius invites Casca for dinner next night. And next night, Casca and Brutus are going to dine with Cassius. Now comes a soliloquy. What does soliloquy means? Soliloquy. It is a self-talk, a loud thinking. It's for the audience sake. So audience can understand what the speaker is thinking. It is called soliloquy. And now, here comes a soliloquy. There, Cassius informs the audience that what he's planning. He says to the audience that he's planning to throw some fake letters as if written by the people of the city in the Brutus bedroom. So when Brutus sees the paper, letters, he could find out that common man of this city also wants that Brutus to take action against Caesar. And this very heinous act of Cassius to pull Brutus into such deeds. So everything is planned by Cassius, but he is going to make Brutus to execute. So he is going to throw some fake notes, written notes in Brutus' room, as if Brutus will find out that this is done by any common man. So he could be very much serious and help Cassius in his act of plotting the death of Caesar very soon. Now this is the end of Act 1, Scene 2. You can just go through the notes which I have sent you. If you have a query, you can ask me. There is a comment box in YouTube and you can ask queries if you want. See, if you have any queries, you can tell me. So next lecture, we can work on the query first, then go further. अगर आपको कोई क्वेरी है तो आप उस बॉक्स में लिखो. जो पेपर 11 चल रहा है, एक्ट 1, सीन 1 एंड 2, ये कैरेक्टर्स, कुछ भी अब तक का जो भी है वो क्वेरी अगर है तो आप कमेंट में लिखो, मैं रीड करूँगी और नेक्स्ट लेक्चर में उसको सॉल्व भी करेंगे. वरना तो आई विल गो ऑन. सो प्लीज़ गर्ल्स, do this and we'll meet very soon with the next topic. Till then,